Recently, there has been a plethora of AI creative technologies hitting the market. We have Midjourney, DALL-E, Stable Diffusion, and many more. However, Adobe might have just swooped in and crowned itself as the champion for AI-generated product pictures. It allows you to do everything in one app under one subscription with unlimited generations. The new Photoshop Beta combines Adobe Firefly, which is their AI creative system, to allow you to do text prompting directly within Photoshop. Now, the images that we were able to create using this program are outstanding. So let's dive in so I can show you how revolutionary this program is going to be. Before you can begin using Photoshop's new AI tools, you need to log into your Creative Cloud account and download the new Photoshop Beta. If you don't already have an Adobe account, we will have the link for that down below. Now, even though this is technically a separate program from Photoshop, it still carries the same exact functionalities with the added benefit of AI tools. So we are going to be testing out two different images which I have already done generations for, and this was the output. I'm going to be walking you through my thought process, what I learned, and the best way to use this program. To start off, I'm gonna start by building the scene and then adding props in. Yes, you can add props into your scenes. It is wild. So let's start with this image here. Even though it's a picture I've already taken, I'm going to treat this as if it's a white background. And to do that, I'm going to use the object selection tool. Select the first bottle, hold shift, and select the second bottle. Then I'm gonna select the polygonal lasso tool, go on the image, right click, select inverse. So now everything except for the bottles is selected. So anything we change, it's going to change the background. So at the bottom here, you see this new little button that says Generative Fill. This is where we can start our image text prompting. So I'm going to say, bright bathroom with shadow. Generate. That's nice. I think I really like that one. That's not bad. It's not bad either, but this first one, that tan in there is really, really nice. Now we get to do some tweaking here. You see we have like this half sink in the back that doesn't look that good. We have this shadow, that's all right. So let's start with this sink. I'm going to use my selection tool and select that. And then in the generative fill, I'm gonna type remove. So now it's going to remove that object from the scene. All right, so now the next thing I want to do in this scene is add a slice of coconut, since this has coconut in it. So I'm going to select right here. This is where I want my coconut to be. Generative fill, and I'm going to type coconut slice. Generate. I will say the coolest part about the Photoshop generation compared to trying to use something like Midjourney is this program is catered to your picture. As you can see, this was not taken straight on. It was taken from kind of a top down at an angle, and the program replicated that same exact angle in the picture here. It even kept the lighting coming from the same direction, which is insane. Now we have a coconut slice. We have a couple different options to choose from here. So now, as you can see, it changed the bottle a little bit here. So I'm gonna go back to the base layer, select the bottle, and then just erase where it changed the bottle. This is the added benefit of all of this being in Photoshop, is not only can you generate these pictures, you also get to use all of your basic Photoshop tools that we know and love. And now I'm gonna select inverse here, because we have a weird spot right here. And I'm going to use the clone stamp tool to just fix that. And then we can go back in and tweak that bottle a little bit more later. Now, I'm very curious if I can change this shadow. So I'm going to select it, generative fill, remove. And it removed it just like that. And maybe we can try a window shadow and see what happens. Give us like a full window. So let's go back and try plant shadow. That's pretty cool. I think I like that. Now, because the plant is behind the product, it needs blur. So what better way than to add a little Gaussian blur to give it the proper depth of field. Then we can even go into camera raw filter and make that green a bit more like the green that's on the bottle labels. Now the coolest part, I think this is already matched pretty nicely, but say you wanted the color to match a little better. You wanted to match the lighting. I think the bottles are a little soft and the lighting that's showing this photo is a bit harsh. So we want it to make it look like there's a more harsh light being on the bottle. So I use the object selection tool to select the bottle. I'm gonna use the dodge tool. So we're gonna add some more brightness there. And then maybe a little bit more shadow over here. Like that, looks good. And now let's go to the second bottle to do the same thing. And to finish it all off, you can just go right into the camera raw filter. And now we can play with the colors that we're seeing here so we can make everything blend just a little better. And I think that looks pretty awesome and very realistic for an artificially created image. This is something you could definitely use on someone's social accounts and it looks very elegant and very professional. So now that we've done a more natural and organic style, let's do something a bit more pink, a bit more fun and feminine, if you will. So we're gonna do the same thing, use the object selection tool to start us off. Then use the polygonal lasso tool, select inverse, and on this one, I'm thinking I want to do kind of a pink bathroom scene. So generative fill, bottles on a bathroom counter, pink tile wall, generate. So here's the image that I ended up on. This is not a typical bathroom style, but I think it looks so cool and very modern and chic. So we're gonna use this guy here. I'm going to start by fixing this little mistake. And I'm using the pen tool to just map that out. I'm gonna go like that, make selection, and type, remove. And we can fix it more later. So this product has pink roses in it, so I really want to play on the pink roses. In this sample shot that I edited prior to this video, we had some bubbles on the cap. I'm going to show you how I did that to add some texture into this. So we're going to add ingredients, texture, and some style. So to start this off, I want to add a vase with pink roses, something very subtle and cute that you would find in a bathroom. Glass vase with pink roses. Something else I've noticed, so for example with this vase, because I made my selection tall and skinny, it's going to give me a smaller skinny vase with just a couple stems. If I were to make a wider selection, it would probably give me a bigger vase with many flowers inside of it. Oh, that's really cool. I would not have thought to do that. Now let me add some roses right here, and we are gonna go back and we are going to do some blurring to make this look more realistic, which I will show you exactly how to do all of that. So right here, I wanna add some pink roses on the floor. That's something that I would normally do in a product picture. I love the way it looks to have like the full ingredient and then pieces of the ingredient. So we're gonna do pink rose petals on the floor. Generate. Oh, that's really beautiful. All right, I like the way those look. And we're going to change the colors of them soon so that way it looks more realistic. But for now, I'm going to continue adding pieces into the scene and then we'll go back and make it all look good. So now I've typed in pile of white soapy foam on the floor. Sometimes it can take quite a few tries to get exactly what you're looking for, but I wanted that nice sudsy texture and that's exactly what we got here. Now on this side, let's see if we can add like a small candle maybe, kind of like an elegant spa, very romantic, if you will. So let's go right here, like that. And do pink candle, pink lit candle, generate. I've not generated a candle yet, so I'm very curious to see what this is going to look like. Okay, that is really cute. I think this is a great like romantic picture for a holiday or a good gift for Mother's Day. So the last thing I want to do is tweak a couple things. I want to make the products more in focus, stuff in the background a little less focused. So let's start with the flower petals. I want to make them more pink. I'm actually going to start by selecting these flowers and then filter, camera raw filter. I'm gonna make them a little less punchy. Now, this vase that we have in the back here, I want to blur that a little bit, so blur, Gaussian blur, because if this was an actual product picture, that wouldn't be super focused, it'd be a little out of focus. And with that being a little out of focus, that means the background should also be a little out of focus. So now we're going to go to this background page. I'm just going to select the wall. Now I think the lighting on the bottles matches the background lighting perfectly, so now I'm just going to merge visible, which is going to squish everything together. Filter, camera raw filter, and now it is time for us to do some basic image adjustments to kind of mesh everything out. And now the finishing touch would be just to crop it. And I think that looks pretty freaking cute. So here are the two final images that we generated. The biggest takeaway I would say from this program is how it gets you to think unconventionally. As you saw, it generated a background that used pink backsplash with a concrete accent. I would have never thought of that. It also used a drinking glass as a vase, which is not something I would have thought of either. But it really brought the picture together in a way that I could not have brought it together had I created this image myself. So I am excited to see where this program ends up in 6 months' time. It is only in beta, so this is just the beginning. All of these other programs and websites that generate pictures for you, forget about those. If you have the knowledge to use Photoshop, this is the best program to creating AI-generated product images. It's simplified, your generations are unlimited, and it's all in one program. If you found any value at all in this video, please give it a giant thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.